It is a shot that is never left to chance. It is too powerful to rely on a friendly bounce, and charged too full of emotion to leave to the mercy of a fickle rim.
Explosion by Chris Webber.
It is called the jam, the stuff, the slam, and a host of other vivid names. But most of all, the dunk is basketball's purest shot, its most direct form of self-expression. And in its simple eloquence, it provides a glimpse into the very essence of the game.
In the NBA, there are epic battles. There are classic confrontations and rivalries that span the decades. But that's not what this tape's about. This is about dunking. It's about getting the fans out of their seats. It's about having fun. I'm Julius Erving. When I grew up watching the NBA, you'd have maybe 2 or 3 jams in a game. The league's changed a lot since then, and so has the dunk. Now guys wave the ball around, slam behind their heads in more ways than I care to count. But it all started like this.
In the league's earliest days, the game was played primarily below the rim, and the dunk was little more than a novelty. But as the players got bigger, so too did the role of this high-percentage shot. But the dunk would become more than just an efficient method of scoring. In the hands of the league's increasingly athletic stars, it became a creative statement. And perhaps no one did more to further its artistic development than Michael Jordan.
And gets it away to Jordan. Oh, showtime for Mr. Jordan.
The Bucks 9-0 here.
Oh!
One bounce dribble now to Jordan. Michael in for the left side, jammed it right over Rollins. Michael Jordan.
Oh!
Michael Jordan in for the left to the hoop, jammed it.
Oh, he tomahawked over Randy Brewer.
From the moment he entered the league, Jordan set about redefining his trademark shot, and using his awesome skills and a flair for the dramatic, he quickly brought it unprecedented attention.
Jordan will hammer it, he did.
He lobs for Jordan.
Nicknamed Air Jordan, Michael captured fans' imagination with his aerial acrobatics.
See how quickly he got up in the air.
And how high.
Oh, he floats high into the air.
Once he get up there, then he say, well, I don't know if I want to shoot it yet. Maybe I just hang up here for a while, you know, up in the air and just sit back.
Look at the air, look at the hang time, look at the flying motion.
Jordan suspended in air. That's beautiful. Breathtaking.
Jordan was thought of as almost a superhero, and the dunk was his magic weapon.
Come on, Jordan, fly. Here he goes! Get it out!
Makes it look so easy. So easy. I mean, so graceful, like a ballerina.
That's ridiculous. That's so good. That's ridiculous.
Together, Jordan and the dunk became international sensations.
And Michael Jordan put style in the game. He stuck the tongue out. He wore the big shorts. Now every kid in America has done that.
And the fans were not the only ones who were taking note.
Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan. It counts. He's just simply amazing.
You watch him and he do something
Michael Jordan came flying out of the sky.
and you be like, I wish he could do that again.
Oh, yes, here comes Mike.
And sometimes I would just stand there and just, I know he's going to do something crazy, so I just stand there and watch.
Jordan drives again. Michael Jordan.
I've seen him do things that you can't even dream about doing.
How does he do that? How does he do that?
I've seen him go up on one side of the lane, get bumped, still up in the air, twist the ball, do all this in the air.
Michael Jordan at his best, there's very few people on this planet that can do this.
People can't do that.
And as Michael took the dunk to new heights, he also launched a new wave of innovation, as the players who marveled at his exploits would also attempt to emulate them.
When Michael came into the league, you could see guys watching him and what an impact he had on them. All of a sudden, everybody wanted to add more creativity to their dunking, to establish their own style. But there's another player who also had a lot to do with adding flair to the dunk, especially open floor jamming. And that's this guy right here.
When Elgin Baylor began his career, dunking still belonged primarily to the big men who operated in the paint. But with his speed and athleticism, Elgin added flair to the shot by using the entire court.
He literally was that spectacular with those acrobatic moves. I mean, Elgin was the first one that I remember to hang up there for 15 seconds, have some lunch and a cup of coffee, and, you know, the defenders would all be back on the ground, and he'd finally decide to shoot the thing. His hang time was incredible.
Building on Elgin's success, another supremely talented forward would continue to push the dunk's evolution. Attacking the basket with reckless abandon, Dr. J helped make the slam a marquee attraction.
There's no greater player in the open court than Julius Erving, ever. If Dr. J got to the open court and dunked a basketball, it didn't matter what the score was. Everybody in the stands felt that they got their money's worth. They saw the doctor.
As Dr. J became one of the NBA's most heralded stars, other players began to adopt his full-court style.
I mean, I patterned my whole life after him. Matter of fact, when he was going out of the league his last year, you know, I thanked him for all the great times he's given me and how I appreciated his talent.
Like his mentor, Dominique Wilkins became one of the league's most exciting open-floor dunkers. Nicknamed the Human Highlight Film, he displayed a dazzling repertoire of acrobatic moves.
Oh, my goodness! Did you see that jam? I don't know how he did that, Dominique!
When I was younger, especially in the open floor, I thought about always doing something crazy.
Here's gonna be a show.
I might windmill it.
Look out! Wilkins on the loose. That's freaky.
Dunk it backwards.
Back to Dominique, he jams!
The open floor, I felt like I was in my own world.
Showtime! Wilkins, look out! Oh!
The great thing about Dominique was every game, during the game at some point I would say, man, he can't top that one. And then the next game I'll be saying, man, he can't top that one. He topped his moves every game. He was the first player, in my opinion, to do show dunks in the middle of a one-point game in the fourth quarter because he was that confident.
Armed with his supreme belief in himself, Dominique became a constant threat to launch one of his trademark open-court assaults. With Dominique on the run, the entire arena knew that a spectacular performance was soon to follow.
When you go out and you get the fans and your teammate into it, that automatically make you a showman. And that's the way I play. That's the way I like to play. I like to get out there and give a show. That's what we're there for, to give a show.
With his sensational jams, Dominique was able to instantly change a game's momentum. It is a talent that Shawn Kemp has also made devastating use of.
This guy is like a hurricane. I mean, you can see him coming a mile away. You can see a storm building on the horizon. You feel his breeze before he gets there, and when he gets here, he rains down on you. I mean, it is as simple as that.
He went airborne, defied gravity, laid it down with two hands, baby. What a play! The Rain Man has struck.
Big, strong, and incredibly agile, Kemp uses the court like a runway for his personal air raids.
The interception up to the races. Get on the magic carpet and ride it home.
I consider myself an entertainer, and yeah, I do things for the crowd. I'll dunk, I'll make a spectacular play if it's possible, if it's something I can do through the course of the game.
Temple run across midcourt, dribbled by Johnson to the gut. A thundering overhead slam. What a play! Holy cow!
Like Elgin, Dr. J, and Dominique before him, Kemp has come to inhabit that special zone that is reserved for the NBA's highest flyers.
You really can't put it into words, but what you can do is just say that little time that you're in there and you're having that little excitement. You hear nothing. You hear no fans in the background. There's no officials in a way. I tell you, it's the best feeling because it's the silence.
Raging right-handed tomahawk!
The thing about Shawn and Dominique is that they can be just as creative in traffic as they can be when they're all alone, ahead of the field, or in the dunk contest. I always felt that I rose to the occasion when I was dunking in a game. Having to be the defender gave me that extra adrenaline. Well, I'll tell you, when you're all alone in the spotlight, everybody's watching you. It's a different kind of excitement.
In 1976, the spotlight was very much on Dr. J as he entered the first dunk contest as a heavy favorite. Facing off against other ABA stars like Artis Gilmore, George Gervin, and David Thompson, Julius reached back for some of his vintage aerial gymnastics, including one of the most memorable dunks in contest history.
Special situations, special occasions, merited a little drama. You know, you don't have to think that long and that hard about it. You just do it.
And that sends everyone reeling. And the winner, Julius Erving.
When the NBA revived the contest in Denver in 1984, it inspired a host of creative jammers to try to match the Doctor's artistic ingenuity.
Oh, he's pumping his shoes up.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, my.
In 1992, unheralded Cedric Ceballos used this approach to gain instant notoriety.
I really thought I was just going to have a good showing, do a couple of good dunks, you know, get a little TV exposure and watch somebody else with it.
Ceballos, good bounce. Oh, yes. I'm surprised. Great move. Great.
Just started getting a little bit more aggressive. The nervousness went away. My points were getting pretty high, and I snuck in each round.
Stirring the crowd with his impressive array of jams, Ceballos made it all the way to the finals, where he faced Charlotte Hornets star Larry Johnson.
You know, I was really satisfied. I was like, phew, this is unbelievable. Nobody's going to believe I took second place in dunk contest.
But Cedric had one more dunk left in his bag of tricks.
I took my paces off and I called Dan Morley over to tie me up. Excitement, you can feel it brewing, and everybody got up.
I'm not believing this. Blind, here comes Ceballos. Yes!
Well, I was hoping it was going to go in, and then I thought, if it does go in, please don't let me bust my head running into the stands. I heard all these cheers and crowd just going crazy. I was just in awe at the moment.
The next year, the contest would move to Utah and find a new favorite in a 6'4" rookie guard.
My pick is Harold Miner. Who's your pick, Larry? Harold Miner!
Miner would not rely on a blindfold, but rather on his explosive leaping ability and thorough knowledge of dunk history.
You know, growing up, I mean, I really enjoyed, you know, getting up and, you know, exciting the crowds, with my slam dunking. I kind of imitated everything that they did, from Michael to Doc, Connie Hawkins, Dominique, all these guys. These are my heroes.
Miner would be challenged by a cast of intimidating veterans, but in the end, it would be the precocious rookie who would emerge victorious.
I just went in there trying to focus on what I had to do, doing what came naturally, getting up, just getting loose and kind of feeding off the adrenaline in the crowd.
New slam dunk king, Miner is Miner.
But Miner would only hold the crown for 4 months when on draft day, another brash rookie staked a claim to it.
Like in the slam dunk contest, I guarantee, and I'm telling everybody now.
Okay, J.R. Ryder, things will be exciting in Minnesota.
And as J.R. Ryder entered the league, he seemed more than capable of backing up his boast.
I know I'm going to win. Me just being able to jump the way I can and, added emotion like that, good things might happen. So I still predict that I'll win.
In Ryder's favor was the fact that the 1994 contest would be held in his hometown of Minneapolis. And from the start, it was clear that the crowd was behind him.
Well, that brought the crowd to their feet. Now, they are prejudiced, but the All-Stars on the sideline are not necessarily, and they, too, came to their feet.
He's got one dunk down.